Hello guys, welcome to another video. This time we're going to be showing you how to run the old game V-Rally 3 on your PC. I'm running Windows 10. This may or may not work on 11. I don't know. I don't have that system, but this should make it work on the latter systems like 8, 7, and 10. If you're running any of the older ones like 7 and 8, you could just go ahead and put the compatibility mode older and see if it'll work with those systems. But this one is specifically for Windows 10. If you guys do have the game, you do know it will not run on Windows 10 without a no CD, crack. So you will need to find that. If you already have it and you're running your game, you will not be able to run in in a high resolution than the default in the game. So what I'm going to do now is teach you to go ahead, a setup so you can go ahead and run this in HD. It does involve using a program called HXD. It's pretty simple to use as long as you follow the video. You may or may not have used it before if you've seen some of my videos, but this is a good way to get games that don't support widescreen to go ahead and support it with, with this program. So let's go ahead and open up our browsers. First place we're going to head over to is HXD. This program here will attach the URL in the description. So go ahead to this page and you're going to go ahead and just download the program here. So you're just going to scroll down and click on here. The latest version is 2021. It does work with Windows 10. As you can see, it works from XP all the way up to 10. So go ahead and download that, put that in your system. Once you're done with that, I'm going to also put the link in the description in case you don't have it for DG Voodoo. And then you can go to that website. Matter of fact, let's just go ahead to it now. So it's going to be this site here. So go ahead and download that program from here. So we're looking for specifically DG Voodoo 2. So right there, as you can see, that's there. So go ahead right here. Do not download this version. For some reason, they keep flagging it as a virus, even though it is not. Save yourself some headaches and go ahead and download this one here. Version 2.86, download that, put that somewhere in your computer. Once you're done with those two files downloading, you can go ahead and close your browser. Now what I'm going to do is go ahead to the game folder where I have the game installed. And I'm going to show you it is running with DG Voodoo. Now I'm going to show you some settings here that you may possibly need to put on there in order for the game to actually work. So once you have your DG, program downloaded, go into that folder and just go ahead and paste it inside here. So once you paste it in, though, you have some files. You want to go into the MX folder or MS folder, then x86. You're going to copy all these files here, and then you will paste those inside this folder. I've already done so, so I'm not going to do it again. So once you have those files, pasted in here, you can go ahead and delete the MS folder from there. And then what we're going to do is double click on here, right click on it first before you launch it and set it to run as administrator. So go ahead and click on there on that option. Once you have that done, go ahead and launch the program. So we're going to make sure it's in full screen. If you like scanlines, go into this spot right here and download or click on the CRT like there, and that'll create scanlines for you. And then I'm going to show you how this game looks default with DG Voodoo running without the extra step. Now, if you're comfortable running it like this, you're fine. If you want the true widescreen, stick on to the video till the end. So then go to DirectX. You want to make sure this is chosen on here. You want your refresh rate really quick. Go on here and make sure also that enumerate refresh rates is on, that these options are on over here also. Then go ahead to your DirectX. You always want to usually leave these on best available one. I have it set to DirectX 12. My video card is kind of funky. If I don't pick that, a lot of the games come out with white graphics. But for you, it should be just best available one. If you get the same issue with the white graphics, go ahead and pick DirectX 12 if it's available. Next step, go to DirectX. Now right here, I've done this on purpose. I've set it to 1920 by 1080, and then you want to do it at 60. You want to try and lock the frame rate on to make the game run smooth. So make sure this is checked. You can go ahead and set your anti-aliasing here. These other ones I've left alone. This is on, and Force VSync is on. Then we got one less setting here that we want to check. Now, everyone may not need this, but for me, once I made those changes, for some reason, the 60 frames per second did not stick. So what I did, I went in here and found an additional option to change the frame rate to 60. So what you want to do is put your cursor up here on the DG Voodoo logo, right click. We're going to click on show all sections of the configuration. We're going to go into this extra tab here that just popped up, and we're going to put FPS limit to 60. So if you run the game and you still have some stutter, come in here and do this setting to 60. Once you're done with that, you can go ahead and click apply. Once you've done that, we're going to go ahead and launch the game. And this, if you have the, the no CD, the game should launch for you. It is, however, going to stretch the screen for you. So I'm doing this on purpose so you guys see what it looks like. We'll just go on a quick race here. I'm not going to run. I just want you guys to see what it looks like stretched versus the patch actually installed in there, or not the patch, but the HXD edit to the executable. So what you can see, once the game loads, you'll see that the card does look stretched.
3, 2, 1, go!
As you can see, the screen looks really stretched. So it does. I mean, it looks widescreen, but it's not a natural widescreen because it is actually stretched out. So let's go ahead and close the game. This game has a confusing menu to get out of it. So back to race, exit. And now we have to exit one more time here from options. All right, so now that we've had that, now we're going to put the other program into play here. So you want to make sure you have the HXD program installed. Once you have that installed, just go ahead and launch the program. And we're going to make some changes on here. So once you have this open, it may look a little bit overwhelming, but it's, as long as you follow this, you'll be good to go. So go ahead and click on File. And then I'm also going to put the different sizes for the different, widescreen resolutions. So you can go ahead and set it to whatever you want. And this one, we're going to be doing 1920 by 1080. So go ahead and click on File. We're going to do Open. And now we're going to navigate to the folder that has the game. So let's go in here and we're going to click on that and click Open. Once you do that, this window will come up. Now, when you're at this window, what you want to make sure you do next is hit your Control and F key, because you want the values to be set to hex. So Control F, you'll see this window come up. You want to tag right here, hex values, and then we're going to put in a number in here. So once you have this hex value chosen, we're going to go ahead and type in these numbers, and I will also paste this in the description. So you're going to do 000400003. Once you do that, you're going to go ahead and click OK. You should see this spot right here. Once that lights up like that, that's good. That's actually good that that's lit up in blue. So once you have that chosen on there, now the next thing you're going to want to do is we are going to go ahead and change those numbers. So you're going to put your cursor right here and we're going to go over those numbers. So for 1920 by 1080, we are going to type in 80073-804. So once you do that, it's going to look like this if you highlight it. So these are the numbers you want to see right there. So once you have that there, we're going to go ahead to the next step. Now, normally for most things, you would go ahead and click save, but we're not going to click save yet. So now that we're done, we're going to go ahead and press Control G. And this should already be set to 0, but if it's not, you want to make sure it's on hex. You want to make sure it's set to 0. So if that number is already at 0 hex, and that's begin as checked, you're okay. So just go ahead and click OK. Now that you've done that, we're going to go ahead and hit Control R on your keyboard. So we're going to see this once again. You need to make sure hex values is the correct tab that you're in. So once you have that, we're going to put in two numbers on this top field up here. We want to make sure we're going to put the number 68, the letter A, B, A, 3F. So it's going to look just like this up here. So 68, the letters A, B, A, the number 3, and the letter F. Once you've done that, we're going to go here to where it says replace with. And for the 16 by 9 screens, we're going to type this in here. So it's going to be 683. It's populating on mine since I've already done it before. So replacing it with 68398 EE33F. So you want to make sure your top line looks like this. your bottom line looks like that. Once you've done that, you want to make sure, do not hit OK. We're going to hit replace all. So once you've done that, you should get this message that says replace 32 occurrences of the, that number we typed in on the bottom field. So once you have this, if you see this, you should be good to go. You can go ahead and click OK. And then what you want to do is go ahead and save the file. So just click save. So now this file should already be updated. You should see a backup, and this is the the backup of the original file without the changes made by the HXD program. So you should see this on here. So now that those steps are done, we're not going to launch the game yet. We want to go inside here. We want to make sure that we match the DirectX resolution here to the resolution that we put in the executable file through the program. So we're going to pick 1920 by 1080, 60, and you want to make sure you follow the instructions from earlier and check off all the options that we need to on here. Now we're going to hit OK. If you pick another resolution here, it's going to look, it won't look distorted, but it may, crop the image oversized on your screen. It may crop the image smaller and throw it to one side. So you want to make sure that whatever numbers you put in for, you want to make sure they match here. So in other words, if you use a resolution like 31, whatever that resolution is for 4K, you want to match it here. So whatever changes you made on the hex program for that executable, whatever resolution numbers you put in there, you want to make sure it matches here. So once you've done that, we're OK. Go ahead and click on OK. Now when we launch the game, the widescreen should look natural. The car should not look stretched.
Three, two, one, go.
There you go. So again, as you can see, the widescreen now looks natural. You don't have the car looking, like taking up half of the screen on the back. So that is a proper way to get that widescreen to work with this game, and how to get the game to work correctly under Windows 10. And like I said, it may work under the other operating systems, but I only have the 10, and that's what I tested it on. So that is it for this video. If you guys make use of the video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you guys have any questions, as always, just go ahead and post it on the in the comment section, and we will see you guys later. Have a great day. See you soon.